At just 25 years old, he became one of the youngest self-made billionaires in the world. But what's more unsettling is this. He didn't build a social network. He didn't create a consumer product. He built the invisible backbone that powers modern artificial intelligence. This is the story of Alexandr Wang, the quiet genius who is helping shape the future of AI from behind the scenes. When people think about artificial intelligence, they usually think of names like Sam Altman or Elon Musk or tech giants like Google. But almost no one talks about the person providing the critical data infrastructure that makes these systems work. While others chase headlines, Alexandr Wang has been quietly building a company that feeds the world's most powerful AI models, turning raw data into the fuel that trains machines to see, understand, and decide. No drama, no spotlight, just relentless execution. And yet his influence is everywhere. Long before he became a billionaire, Alexandr Wang was already seen as a prodigy, growing up in a family of physicists where numbers and logic were part of everyday life. And while most kids were still figuring out basic math, he was already competing in national programming and math competitions, quickly gaining a reputation as one of the brightest young minds of his generation. His talent eventually led him to the prestigious Massachusetts Institute of Technology, a place where many of the world's top innovators are trained. But unlike the traditional path of staying, graduating, and climbing the corporate ladder, Wang made a decision that would define his entire future. He dropped out at just 19 years old, not because he failed, but because he saw something others didn't: a massive, untapped opportunity in the rapidly emerging world of artificial intelligence. At a time when AI was still more hype than reality, while most people were focused on building flashy applications, Wang realized that the real bottleneck wasn't the algorithms. It was the data, the raw, unstructured information that machines needed in order to learn, and instead of following the safe route, he chose to build something almost no one was paying attention to. A move that looked risky from the outside, but would soon turn out to be a billion-dollar insight. After leaving Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Alexandr Wang didn't waste time chasing trends or building flashy consumer apps. Instead, he focused on a problem that almost no one wanted to touch because it was complex, unglamorous, and incredibly difficult to scale: the problem of data labeling. In the early days of artificial intelligence, companies were racing to build smarter models, but they all faced the same hidden obstacle. Machines could not learn without massive amounts of clean, structured, and accurately labeled data, and this process was slow, expensive, and painfully inefficient. Wang saw this gap and turned it into an opportunity by founding Scale AI, a company designed to organize, label, and refine data at a scale no one had attempted before, effectively becoming the invisible engine behind AI development. As self-driving car companies struggled to teach vehicles how to see the world, Scale AI was labeling millions of images to help machines recognize pedestrians, traffic signs, and obstacles. And as tech giants pushed the boundaries of machine learning, they increasingly relied on Wang's infrastructure to train their systems. What made Scale AI so powerful wasn't just the service itself, but the realization that in the AI revolution, data is more valuable than code. And by positioning his company at the center of this pipeline, Wang wasn't just building a business. He was quietly embedding himself into the foundation of the entire industry. What happened next turned Alexandr Wang from a promising founder into one of the most powerful figures in artificial intelligence. As Scale AI began to grow at an extraordinary pace, securing contracts not only with major tech companies, but also with governments, including the U.S. Department of Defense, where AI is not just a tool for convenience, but a matter of national security. As the demand for high-quality data exploded, Scale AI positioned itself as an essential partner for training everything from self-driving systems to advanced language models. And with each new client, Wang's influence expanded deeper into the core of the AI ecosystem. Investors quickly took notice, pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into the company and pushing its valuation into the billions, officially making Wang one of the youngest self-made billionaires in the world. But what made this rise even more remarkable was how quietly it happened. No flashy marketing campaigns, no constant media presence. Just consistent execution and a deep understanding of where the real value in AI truly lies. While other founders became public faces of the industry, Wang stayed in the background, building the infrastructure that those very leaders depended on, turning scale AI into a silent powerhouse that operates behind nearly every major breakthrough in artificial intelligence. While the world focuses on charismatic leaders like Sam Altman or visionary disruptors like Elon Musk, Alexandr Wang operates in a completely different layer of power, one that is far less visible but potentially far more influential. Because instead of competing to build the best AI model, he supplies the foundation that all of them rely on, in many ways. This puts him in a position similar to the companies that control critical infrastructure. If AI models are the engines, then scale AI is refining the fuel that makes them run, and without high-quality data, even the most advanced algorithms fail. This creates a unique kind of leverage, where Wang doesn't need to win the AI race directly, because he benefits no matter who wins, as long as they all depend on data pipelines like his. And this is what makes his position so powerful and so rare in the tech world. He is not just building a product, he is building a dependency, embedding his company into the workflow of the entire industry. As artificial intelligence continues to expand into every sector, from healthcare to defense to finance, the importance of reliable data only grows, meaning that Wang's influence is not just temporary, it is compounding over time, quietly turning him into one of the most strategically important figures in the future of technology. In the end, the story of Alexandr Wang is not just about becoming a billionaire at a young age. It is about seeing what everyone else ignored and having the conviction to build around it. While the world was distracted by flashy AI demos and bold predictions, Wang focused on the one thing that truly determines whether artificial intelligence works or fails, the quality of its data, and by doing so, he didn't just join the AI revolution, he positioned himself at its very core. His journey forces us to rethink what power in the tech world really looks like, because sometimes the most influential people are not the ones on stage, but the ones building the systems that everyone else depends on. And as AI continues to reshape the future, one question remains. Will the winners be the companies that create the smartest models, or the ones that control the data behind them? Because if history has taught us anything, it's that those who control the foundation often end up controlling everything. And in that game, Alexandr Wang is already several steps ahead.